Food systems and human and planetary health coexisted for millions of years. Humans foraged, hunted and gathered a variety of foods from a range of ecosystems. During this period, human biology and ecosystems were hardwired through two immutable forces: evolutionary processes and the planet's physical boundaries. Evidence of how and what we eat affects personal and planetary health draws from studies involving three distinct nutrition exposures: nutrients, foods, and dietary patterns. Let's consider what nutrition science tells us about the biological mechanisms connecting each of the three nutrition exposures to health outcomes in the natural food system context. First, nutrients are essential for human health. For instance, we need iron for healthy red blood cells. It's often assumed that a nutrient acts through a simple linear relationship between the individual nutrient exposure and a physiological outcome. But we didn't evolve eating nutrients in isolation. Instead, we evolved eating foods and diets. A food's health potential is more than the sum of the nutrients it contains. For instance, a food's nutrient bioavailability can be influenced by the following three factors: the chemical synergies that exist among nutrients in the food, the physical structure of the matrix around and within the food, and context such as the food's preparation. Diets consist of a variety of different types, amounts and combinations of foods and nutrients. A dietary pattern's health potential is more than the sum of the foods and nutrients it contains. Its nutrient bioavailability can be influenced by the following three factors: chemical synergies among foods in the diet and nutrients in those foods, physical amounts of foods consumed in the diet, and context such as when, where and how the dietary pattern is consumed. However, the structure and operation of food systems has continually transformed. Critically, industrialisation, characterised by social, economic and technological changes, has now disrupted the ecological basis to natural food systems. According to the nutrition transition theory, modern nutrition-related personal and planetary health challenges are occurring because the human genome has not evolved sufficiently rapidly to accommodate industrialised food systems, and the planet's physical boundaries are fixed. We now are being exposed to novel amounts of some nutrients, such as added sugar, and novel forms of certain nutrients, such as industrialised trans fatty acid. A few of these novel nutrient exposures are directly linked with certain metabolic pathways associated with chronic diseases. But we don't typically eat these novel amounts and forms of nutrients in isolation. Mostly they are consumed in discretionary or ultra-processed foods. And these foods are characterised not only by their novel nutrient composition, but also their novel physical structures and chemical compositions. These foods adversely affect a range of physiological, hormonal and immunological pathways associated with chronic diseases. And we don't eat ultra-processed foods in isolation. They are being consumed within novel dietary imbalances, excesses and contexts. These novel dietary patterns are associated with a range of chronic diseases, obesity and sustainability problems. Our nutrition and ecological science understandings of biological mechanisms operating between different nutrition exposures and health outcomes can help us use evidence to inform nutrition policies that are fit for purpose for solving nutrition-related personal and planetary health problems.